Hello, everybody. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this doesn't look anything like the Talos Principle. You are correct. I don't know if you noticed it this week, but on Monday... Oh, I've got a backpack. Oh. Okay, let me talk first. On Monday... I saw an announcement that the new Riven is going to be released in a couple weeks here on June, I think it was 25th. And I got so excited that I decided to play a short little placeholder game and get your guys' opinion. So, option one, play this cute little placeholder game for a couple weeks, have my usual little break, and then start the new Riven as soon as it's as soon as I have access to it, which I'll be getting it on the 25th. Or play this little placeholder game for a couple weeks and then jump into Talos Principle and give you guys a chance to wrestle with the new Riven first. I've heard that there are some new puzzles. The teaser showed some new things that I wasn't familiar with. I'm okay either way. I'm just curious what you guys would prefer. So if you have a preference or if you want to play along with me, those are all options. Let me know what you think. Today's just going to be What Remains of Edith Finch, which I've been given to understand is a very cute, short, should be maybe 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes. As long as I don't get too lost. Anyway, so I think I'm Edith Finch. I have a broken arm. That's a drink cup. I'm on a ferry. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Oh, I'm really liking...
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
I love this narrative style.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Oh my gosh. This is such a pretty style. Okay, that's a zoom. I didn't look at the controls. It's just a zoom. Wow. That's so pretty. Guys, I'm really liking this. I don't know if any of you have played this before. If you have, let me know.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Marcus Island Gazette. Oh.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oh, this is so interesting. The interface is taking a little bit to get used to.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I am blown away by how pretty this is. Oh, I don't know if I can actually see the frog.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I think you're gonna go along this side first.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, hello. A lot of this reminds me of the forest near where I live. It's a little bit more
The truth
south.
is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
I don't have ferns like this. I'm too far north for anything quite this lush. But, the big conifers.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh, wow.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Is that a dragon? That looks like a dragon. I'm gonna go look at the dragon. Or a sea serpent, maybe? That's so interesting. I do wish you could run. Let's go up the path.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
It looks so cobbled together. Like, so many different styles kind of stacked.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
A beautiful house. Well, the property. I am absolutely a fan of this overgrown... Oh, a ramp. Yeah, I really like this overgrown kind of aesthetic.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
This is delightful. I love the wind chimes.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I am just taking all of this in. I keep forgetting to talk. Cosmic cuisine. Okay. Defrosted freezer. That looks like a lock.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
It's interesting that it's described that way because she's afraid of it. She hasn't wanted to be here, but it still feels like home to her.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Definitely an eccentric family, I think. Why are there so many cans of fish?
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Oh, I'm missing things.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Gotcha, these are the memories. Started packing.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Very clutter. This is actually like, I think it's an aesthetic called cluttercore, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
What's the Sasquatch?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Lovely. You can even hear the wind in the chimney. My goodness. They've put so much into this. I'm so very
The table was
impressed.
still a wreck from the night we left.
So very impressed.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Mm. Well, upstairs then. Like they were literally in the middle of packing. Maybe unpacking.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Yeah. This is what we saw in the garage. They were building another barricade like this. Look at how they've sealed that door. I do like this.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I do like this is aesthetic. Oh.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Those are drag marks on the floor.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I do like the water thing. It's a train car.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
This is just an attic? A little crawl space?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's adorable.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
It's very creepy. All of these rooms sealed up. That's a map. A map of the rooms. Interesting.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Can I go back through? No? Can I go out the window?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, this is interesting. Switching characters?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Hello, fishy.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
That's cute. Okay, that's got a light.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
What a weird child.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
Ah.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Interesting. can I... Ah.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
That's how I jump. I kind of like playing as a cat, actually. It's really cute.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
It's interesting that I'm wearing a little bell.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
I have lost the bird. Oh, there she is.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Oh.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
This is so
I
interesting.
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Ow. Okay, so I have to flop to get myself somewhere. Okay. Keep rolling.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I can't move. I can't turn and look at anything. Oh. Haha. I'm an octopus or something.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
This is so fascinating, guys. And honestly, a little bit terrifying. This is not what I expected it to be. I don't know what those words were, because I didn't wait for them. Oh, there's a captain over there. I can't get in that way.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
I'm in my own room.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Oh, that's so fascinating.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Huh. This is super cute, guys. Can I get...
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh goodness, little shrines to the birds.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
That's funny.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, goodness. Flush.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
That's so fascinating. Well, this will be the next little diary trip. Not gonna lie, this is a really, really interesting game idea.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by this gameplay because it's storytelling. But to be honest, guys, it's not grabbing me. Like, I'm loving the whimsy of it. The idea is very cool. I'm not sure if I'm wanting to continue.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to continue. So this adds another factor. Help me decide. I don't mind playing, especially if this is just going to be a couple quick episodes. I don't mind playing this through as a story. It's fascinating, but it's really just an interactive story, it seems like, which isn't what I'm going for. I can do this until the new Riven comes out. Or we can set this aside. We can start Talos Principle as planned. You guys can play along with me if you'd like. And then just get to the new Riven after Talos Principle is finished. I think I'm going to call it here for now. Concept sketches, that's so interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here for now. Let me know what you prefer. I'm good with either. This is very interesting and will make for a cute short play. I was looking forward to digging my teeth into Talos Principle. It sounds like it's a bit of a longer one. I know some of you have actually played it, so let me know what you think. Thanks so much for joining me for this one. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.